You know, every city has a secret you can't find on Google. And for Hyderabad, that secret lies in a colorful, noisy, glittery stretch called Laad Bazaar. If you've walked there, you know the feeling. The sparkle hits first, then the colors, then the sounds. And somewhere between laughter, the bargaining, the aroma of jasmine and mehendi, you feel something warm and familiar. Today, we're talking about something simple but special. Laakh ki choodiyan. Not just the bangles, but the people, the stories, the faith, and the love they carry around your wrist. Picture this: a tiny workshop tucked behind a bright shop front, a single flame burning in one corner, and hands steady, careful, experienced, rolling a strip of lac. It looks simple from far away, but every flick of the wrist, every roll of that warm lac comes from years of practice. They know exactly how much to heat, how gently to stretch, and how to fix those tiny stones so they don't fall off even after years. Most of these artisans came here from Rajasthan decades ago. They brought their craft, and Hyderabad gave them a home. Over time, the bangles stopped being just ornaments. They became part of the city's heartbeat.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar.
Ask anyone in Hyderabad, Hindus or Muslims, and they'll tell you there's no wedding here without laakh ki choodiyan. They're not just accessories, they're emotions. For a bride, these bangles aren't just colors and sparkles. They're blessings, love, and tradition wrapped around her wrist. Every shade tells a story. Red for celebration, green for new beginnings, and gold for prosperity. It's one of those rare traditions that unites people beyond religion, something both personal and shared. A few weeks ago, I visited one of these oldest shops in Laad Bazaar. Before the shopkeeper even spoke, his shop spoke for him. Rows of bangles catching the light, and shells that seemed to hold decades of memory.
चाहे हिंदू हो, चाहे मुस्लिम हो या कोई और फैमिली हो, 15-20 साल से जो हैदराबाद में है, तो डेफिनेटली लाड बाजार के बिना बैंगल शादी में
These bangles are our identity. In Hyderabad, there is no wedding, no ceremony without these bangles. And these bangles are not just ornaments. They bind people together through craft, emotions, and religion. Although the original makers of this craft belong to a community in Rajasthan, it's been 50 years, or maybe more, since they brought their craft to Hyderabad and made it the city's identity.
एक लिमिटेड फैमिली है, ये लोग का कबीला बोलते हैं हिंदी में, वो लोग ही ये काम करते हैं राजस्थान के साथ। तो इनके ज़्यादा लोग माइग्रेट होकर बहुत साल पहले हैदराबाद आ गए, तो वो टाइम से यहाँ पे बहुत लंबे टाइम से इन लोगों के फादर वगैरह यही काम करते हैं।
That one line he said, ये तो हमारी पहचान है जी, stayed with me. Because when you walk through Laad Bazaar, you realize that every bangle you see has passed through many hands before it reaches yours. One artisan heats the lac, another rolls it, someone else sets the stones, and another polishes it until it shines. It's not just a craft, it's a community, a chain of people connected by skill, patience, and pride. And even today, in these narrow lanes, you'll find a young apprentice quietly watching, learning the rhythm, absorbing every move of his mentor. Culture doesn't survive just because it's old. It survives because someone, somewhere, cares enough to keep it alive every single day. And it's not just the makers who keep the tradition alive, it's the consumers as well. In India, bangles are not just ornaments for women, they are way more than that.
मेरे लिए चोरियाँ बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है। ये हमारे कल्चर को दर्शाता है।
In our culture, bangles are a symbol of marital bliss, and adornment has always had great importance in our country. Whether it's goddesses or ordinary women, bangles are an inseparable part of adornment. These bangles give every married woman a sense of completeness.
ये एक कंप्लीटनेस देती है। जैसे बिना चूड़ियों का हाथ मानो अधूरा श्रृंगार।
There is something beautiful about that as well. The idea that even a simple bangle can hold a blessing. But keeping it alive is not easy. Factory-made bangles are cheaper. Plastic ones flood the markets. And tourists sometimes pick the shiny machine-made ones, not knowing that the handmade ones carry someone's story. Yet the artisans continue. Not because the business is booming, but because stopping feels impossible. One artisan told me, "Madam, एक दिन भी चूड़ी ना बनाओ तो लगता है हाथ खाली है." Just imagine that. A craft so deeply woven into your identity that your hands feel empty without it. As I stepped out that evening, the sun was setting behind Charminar, and the bangles shimmered like tiny lanterns catching the last bit of light. In my hand was a simple red laakh bangle. Not very fancy, but somehow it felt like Hyderabad itself. Warm, loud, colorful, full of stories and soul. We often talk about preserving culture as if it's something fragile we lock away in a box. But really, culture survives when we live it, when we wear it, gift it, buy it, and pass it on without even realizing we're doing it. So the next time you walk through Laad Bazaar, stop for a moment. Pick a pair of bangles, not just because they sparkle, but because of the hands, hearts, and histories that shape them. Thank you for listening. This is your host Anushka signing off from the heart of Hyderabad, where every bangle tells a story.